Hello, it's Big Cheds. I'm back with the final chapter of my battles with cancer, a candid patient and caregiver's memoir. This is my story as I fought cancer, survived cancer, and then took care of my mother as she fought cancer and mourned her loss after she passed away. And I wrote my story to help me process my feelings but also as a way to help other people, knowing that it can be really scary when you're first diagnosed with cancer or someone you love is diagnosed with cancer. And so I wanted to share my story to help people. That's why I'm doing this entire book for free. This is the final chapter. It's available, of course, on Amazon, Kindle, audiobook, paperback, along with my other two titles, Trading Quotes and Trading Wisdom. This is the final chapter. We're going to do stories of inspiration, and I'll show you the citations. But essentially, this is we got to the end last time, and now this is stories of inspiration. So again, we finished here right at the end, and these are stories of inspiration from my followers and things they shared with me, and I thought was a nice thing to include in the book. So, stories of inspiration. When I told my Twitter followers about my cancer diagnosis, they offered me a multitude of well wishes and advice. And below are just some of the wonderful messages and words they shared with me. And the messages I received are in bold, and my reply to each of them is just below. From Tomato. Hey, Cheds. My dad has terminal abdominal leiomyosarcoma. They said he was done. He beat it and lived another 20 years to see his kids graduate college and develop their lives. Stay strong and fight hard. Thank you for your services. You are much appreciated. Dear Tomato, thank you for sharing this with me. Your dad is an amazing person and an inspiration to all of us. Cancer touches everyone. Your story really drives home that you should keep on fighting all the way. This is especially the case when you have other people to live for and someone you know is counting on you to be a part of their life. From Mike. My mom beat stage 4 non-Hodgkin lymphoma after it came back 3 times. They're going on a cruise to Italy on Wednesday, 4 years after the first diagnosis. Right now, she's in an experimental trial by Novartis at MD Anderson. Amazing breakthroughs right now, and great luck to you. My response, Dear Mike, I loved hearing about how your mom is living life and doing the things she enjoys. I cannot imagine how great she felt taking that cruise to see the world. It sounds like it was a wonderful chance for her to set her mind right for the battle ahead. We're blessed to live in a time where there are so many breakthroughs in the treatment of cancer, and that can offer hope to those who otherwise might not have any. From Thoth. When I was a child, my sister had leukemia, and by the graces of this giving universe, my bone marrow was able to save her. Hoping to hear a similar success story with you, Cheds. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, bud. My response, Dear Thoth, what an amazing story you shared. I love how you were able to be there for your sister and help her. That was a very caring thing to do, and it must have made you feel wonderful having made such a difference in her life. Thank you for that inspirational story, and I hope your family is well. From CoinMog. Life will break you. Nobody can protect you from that, and living alone won't either. For solitude will also break you with its yearning. You have to love. You have to feel. It's the reason you are here on earth. You have to risk your heart. You are here to be swallowed up. And when it happens that you are broken or betrayed or left or hurt or death brushes near, let yourself sit by an apple tree and listen to the apples falling around you in heaps, wasting their sweetness, and tell yourself you tasted as many. Dear CoinMog, wow, what a beautiful, really great. What a beautiful and inspirational message. Life is always breaking us. And so we have to find ways to put ourselves back together and to keep pushing on. I love the idea of sitting by an apple tree and really taking the time to appreciate this beautiful world around us. Again, thank you. And that was a really nice one. From Fawny. Pray for your tough fight with the cancer. My sister had the cancer and she was really tough. She was a really tough woman who got over it. And I know you can fight it too. Sometimes life is unfair, but all the things that have happened make us realize how much our life is worth. Keep fighting. My response, Dear Fawny, thank you so much. Your sister is strong, and it sounds like she's been an inspiration to you and others. And it's true that we never know what life is going to throw at us. So all we can do is fight and try to adapt and hopefully be blessed with some support and love from those around us. From Milt Harris. Said a prayer for you. You have the greatest force in the universe on your side. Claim it. My response? Dear Milt, thank you so much. I believe that prayer can be an incredibly powerful thing and that we are all connected in some way. I wish you well, and I thank you again for sending all those positive vibes. From Jonathan Arana. I don't know you, but you can beat it. I'm a believer of body control and that cancer are just misbehaved cells. Once you order your body to put them back into place, you got this. My response, Dear Jonathan, what a fun way to think about my cancer. Misbehaving cells. I am a strong believer in the power of mind over body, and it's nice to know that a complete stranger was rooting for me. From Anonymous. Man, I'm so sorry to hear that, but I believe you are a strong person who will kick cancer's butt. My uncle just beat stage 3 lymphoma, and he's almost 67. You are still young, and you will get through this. Keep your head up, Cheds. My response, Dear Anonymous, thank you so much. I am so happy to hear about your uncle beating his cancer, and that gives me a lot of hope. The median age for my cancer, DBLCL, is 70, and being younger than normal gave me extra hope and confidence that I would prevail in the long run. Thank you for sharing your story with all of us. From Rockster. Keep up the spirit, sir. Science is advancing so much, so fast. I'm sure you will find a solution to your problem. My response, Dear Rockster, thank you. It's not always easy to keep your spirits up when you're dealing with something like cancer. For the newly diagnosed, it's mostly uncharted waters, and that's part of the reason I wrote this book, to help people navigate those waters. What you say about science is also true. My chemotherapy regimen was R-CHOP, and about 20 years ago, they added the R, as it used to just be CHOP. Rituximab, or R, is the new drug they added to the cocktail, and since they added it, the survival rates for lymphoma have been going up dramatically. For those who are facing a tough battle, science can be a big source of hope for a better future. From Mike C. I hope it all works out for you. Stay strong, and again, smile as much as you can. Hopefully, chemo won't come down on you too bad. Sometimes it does, other times nothing. Praying for the best for you. Hashtag we got this. My response, Dear Mike C, I love the hashtag we got this because that's really how it felt. Like we were all fighting this deadly disease together. Knowing that people like you were pulling for me really made a big difference. And so thank you again. From my kite girl. Stay strong, Cheds. You are going to Chuck Norris kick cancer to oblivion. You got this. My response, Dear Kite Girl, I appreciate that. I remember when I first read your message, and it made me laugh as I imagined Chuck Norris with his cowboy hat and boots kicking the crap out of my cancer. Thank you for the laugh and for the warm regards. Those are some stories of inspiration. I had a lot of wonderful messages from people, so so I included some of them here in the book. And to the last chapter, citations. Statistics, NHL, DLBCL. You can see them on the screen if you want to look them up. I reference them in the book. 4, lipoma. 5, CT scan. 6, vasoconstrictor. 7, gadolinium. 8, contrast agent. 9, medical port. 10, vital signs. 11, biopsy options. 12, nadir. 13, complete blood count. 14, comprehensive metabolic panel. 15, infusion. 16, R-CHOP. 17, rituximab. 18, IV push. 19, Zofran. 20, compazine. 21, neutropenia. 22, ANC, absolute neutrophil count. 23, neuropathy. 24, PET-CT. 25, PET-CT. 26, THC. 27, cannabis. 28, antiemetic. 29, endocannabinoid system. 30, CBD. 31, neuroprotective. 32, neuroprotective. 33, Charlotte's Web. 34, wheatgrass. 35, curcumin. 36, curcumin. 37, palliative radiotherapy. 38, bulky disease. 39, remission. 40, survivor. 41, Folfox. 42, adjuvant. 43, systemic chemotherapy. 44, local chemotherapy. 45, biomems. 46, macrophage. 47, lesion. 48, metastasis. Not a happy one. 49, maintenance chemotherapy. 50, bevacizumab. 51, MSI high. 52, palliative care. 53, skin biopsy. 54, Keytruda. 55, fasting blood sugar. 56, pancreatitis. 57, stent. 58, Miralax. 59, polyp. 60, TPN. 61, ERCP. 62, ARDS. 63, PPI. 64, cystic duct. And 65, cholecystectomy. That is the end. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? This is my battles with cancer, a patient and caregiver's candid memoir. This is my story as I fought cancer and I was a patient, as I took care of my mother and I was a caregiver, and as I mourned her loss as she lost her fight. And I published this book in 2020, and I republished it last year, and then spent some time recording the audiobook available on Audible. I want this book to be free to anybody. I really hope it gets shared. I want it to reach people and help them. I write about my experience, hoping to help people. It helped me a lot to write the book, to think about my feelings. And so I'm just really proud. I'm proud to have made it this far. I did it. I absolutely did it. Folks, my other titles, of course, Trading Quotes and Trading Wisdom. These are available on Amazon along with my battles with cancer. But again, this is free. The whole book is free. And if you've made it this far, you've shared with me the journey, and I appreciate you. I hope it helped. And once again, thank you so much to everybody for being a part of this. So I will talk to you soon. All right. Take care.